So, welcome back. My name is Ameya. If you don't know me, I like to play chess and upload YouTube videos. So, recently I crossed 1030 in chess.com rapid, and I want to show you two of my really good games which helped me cross the rating barrier. So, let us start right away. So, the first game I was playing black. Opponent starts off with e4. So, I go c6. Then we have d3. Now this opening is really peculiar and strange to me because nobody plays d3. So yeah, whatever. I go d5. Then after e5, I play bishop f5. So yeah, then he plays knight f3. Then e6. Then after d5, I play c5. Now this isn't the normal Karo-Khan defense. This is in the normal Karo-Khan defense Botvinnik-Karls variation. This is what the Botvinnik-Karls variation is. It starts off with e4, c6, d4. No, not six. Oops. So here you play e5 and then c5. This is the Karo-Khan Botvinnik-Karls defense. But in this position, c5 is played much after in like 5 moves. So yeah. Anyway, he continues with c3 and I go knight c3 and after queen a4 I play queen b6. After bishop b5 I play a6, bishop takes, and here I take it with the pawn, which is really important because if I were to take it with the queen, yes, even the computer recommends this is also fine, but in a human way it's really hard to play this position because after something like castles and then something like takes take, let us say bishop b5. Just needs to go a3 and then b4. And this position is already really bad to play for me, I feel. Like, let me just play a few moves. Knight e7, bishop d3. And this position is equal, but in a human perspective, it's hard to play for black because these pawns really restrict my pieces from developing into their normal squares, which is not good for me. So anyway, so I take it with the pawn, not trading off the queens now itself to keep the tension on the board. Of course, it's a rapid game as you can see from the time control. So yeah, now he castles, I take, and he takes back, and I play bishop b5. Now, bishop b5 was not the best move because after a3, bishop goes back, and bishop b5, and bishop will be trapped. So after a3, I had to go bishop e7, which would have brought my bishop to this place, and I would lose the tempo. Instead, I could have played bishop b7 directly. So yeah, anyway, after c takes bishop b5, after bishop d2, I take the bishop. My opponent made my life easier for me, or else if he would have played a3, it would get a bit complicated. Anyway, so bishop d2 I take, he takes with the knight, and after knight e2, I'm fine in this position actually. After knight b3 and bishop e4. So anyway, he goes knight d2 attacking my bishop. This move is really important actually. This was the top move recommended by the computer because if you would have played something else, something like rook here, I could have just took his knight, and that would be really good for me. Something like knight f5 here, it'd be really good. I'm attacking this pawn twice. This pawn's also weak if this pawn falls. Rook b8 and rook c8, something trying to push c4 ideas. So many of these things are there. And as you can see, even the eval bar says black is really good. So anyway, he plays knight f d2, and here I play bishop d3. My idea was to get the bishop over here and attack the queen and also guard this pawn and play something like knight f5. Now the computer doesn't like it. It says that queen a3 is simply a really good move attacking my knight and trying to play knight c4. And yeah, I actually missed this. Now my opponent played knight c5 first, which um was a good move. Wasn't the best move. And after that, I played bishop b5, which again wasn't the best move. So when my opponent had played knight c5, I should have played queen takes b2. And yeah, he just planned it upon and I couldn't see it. Because now he cannot play rook b1 because after bishop takes I would just win. So yeah, I missed it. I played bishop b5. And now he just got the advantage after queen a3. I played knight f5. He forked me. I took the pawn and he took my rook. So I can take this knight or this knight. Which knight should I take? Write down in the comments below. Should I take the knight on f8 or should I take the knight on d2? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So both taking both the knights are better, fine itself, but the computer likes to take the queen d2 knight. So I played queen takes d2. The idea is that our pieces get near the king, and a defender from the king side goes away. But here I just recapture the piece. Anyway, my opponent plays knight d7, and I play knight d4. My idea was to fork over here the king and rook, but wasn't the best idea, so I would say. So my opponent plays the top move, which is rook d1, and after queen f4, my opponent is completely winning. He needs to find queen e3 over here, which he does find, which is a really good move. Then after queen takes, I take, I play knight c2. Then after rook c1, this position's not so good for me, as you can see by the eval bar. But yeah, anyway, I took the pawn, and then after he played rook e1, I just went back with my knight f5. Now apparently the computer likes knight c4 more than knight f5, but I think both are fine. Okay, so now he plays pawn b3. Um, Trying to deactivate my bishop because if he hadn't played pawn b3, let's say something like h3, I could have went here. I mean, I know pawn b3 is still possible, but that was like a move he already predicted, you know. Even this is fine, but something like getting the king into the game would have been like really better. So anyway, he could have got his knight back as well, but he plays pawn b3, which wasn't the best move. Okay, so next we have rook a7. I play rook a7, and you should have simply went knight here, which would have been equal, or knight c4, which would have still maintained a bit of disadvantage. But instead of doing that, he played a4. Now this is really bad for him. I play rook takes d7, and after pawn takes, I capture with the a pawn. Now the reason I didn't capture with the c pawn is that there's a straight up mate and two. So yeah, sometimes you need to look at these things as well. You need to think that if I play this move, what can my opponent play? Something like that. So anyway, I take with the a pawn, but I lose a pawn, and here I play g6. Now the computer likes g5, which I would never be able to tell why, but I play g6 because that's the more human looking move, and that is what I did, you know. Then rook b6, I play knight d4, and here my opponent plays rook d. Here my opponent plays b4, but rook d1 would have been slightly better, I feel, because after pawn takes, he can just take. And yeah, he was really better. But knight e2 check, and you could play this game on king f2, knight c3, and defend this pawn. But your king would be in the game. But here, when he played b4, I get the advantage. That's it. Like knight c2, and then after rook c1, knight takes b4, he plays rook takes. Now, this is a completely winning game. Here's how you convert this endgame into a winning endgame. So watch closely. So now you play knight d3. Again, knight d3 was the best move by the computer, by the way. So my opponent plays rook c8 check, king g7. he plays rook b8. This is something like a rook attack towards my king. But you don't actually need to care about that. You can just pick this free pawn up. Then after rook check, you just go king f6. Now king h6 would have not been the best move because this pawn's not that well defended. So king f6. And you might argue that even this pawn is not that well defended, but you can always play h5. I mean, of course, in the next move, if he attacks your pawn, you can play h5 and that will be well guarded. And your knight and rook are guarding this, and even the king. Okay. So anyway, he plays rook g7, which just gives me this free rook, and he went on to resign the game after this. So let us look at another game. This game, I was actually white again, and here I start off the game with e4, and then after c6 I played d4, d5, he takes, and then bishop b5 check, knight d7, and after knight f3, knight f6, I went c3. So here he plays a6 and a4, bishop a4, and b5 and bishop b3. Now I'm rushing through the opening phase pretty quick because there's nothing much in the opening, like not huge mistakes or huge advantage leaks. So yeah, he plays e6, I play bishop b and bishop g5, bishop e7, knight d2, castles, and h6, bishop h4, bishop b7, and a4. So yeah, now we have reached the middle game, and the idea behind a4 is that this bishop is not that well placed in this diagonal. You always want to get your bishop to a diagonal which it controls more squares in. So if he does trade this, I get I get the advantage because now my bishop is really well placed and I have no more bad pieces remaining. I can get this knight to somewhere like b3 and try to get it an outpost in c4, c5. So yeah, that's the idea. But my opponent played a really decent move, I would say. Knight h5, not taking this pawn in a4 because that would make my bad bishop a good piece. I can even get my bishop well placed at c2, but this diagonal is just way better. So anyway, I play bishop takes, he plays queen takes, and I play knight e5 here. Now I'm a bit down in time, but it's almost equal, so it doesn't matter that much. It's no increment just by the way, 10 plus 0. So I play knight e5 and he plays knight takes. So here I can take this knight or this knight. Now the computer recommends taking this knight. That's because my queen gets near his king. And I can get this rook as well and knight and stuff. So anyway, but I played d takes e5 here because I wanted control over the square. I wanted to play f4 and knight f3, and after that potentially getting the queen. So anyway, let's see what happened. He played knight f4, I played knight f3, he played rook d8, rook f d8, I played g3, and this was a really huge mistake. Now the computer tells that he can go d4 after this, attacking my knight, and like if I take over here, it's just completely lost. After d takes c3, he's attacking my queen and my knight, and there's no way I can save both of them. Yes, there's queen e2, but queen b4 sadly is completely winning, attacking this. So you're sacrificing a piece to open up the game. So anyway, he plays knight g6, which wasn't the best move, and I get back the advantage. And after queen d4, it's just completely equal. The idea behind queen d4 is to go knight d2 and play f4, actually. But after his recent move rook a c8, I can actually play a takes b5 because after a takes back, my rook gets the open a file, which is really good. A place at a7 would be really good. and even the computer recommends that. So it's the best move in the position. I play a takes b5. So after a takes back, I play rook a7. Again, the best move. So he plays rook a8, and I just go rook a1. So we trade, and this pin is what cost him the entire game. So let's see what happened. So he went rook d7. I played queen b6. He played d4. I played knight takes d4. He played knight takes e5. I played f4. And this wasn't the best move, but okay. Knight d3. I took this pawn. He took my pawn. I played knight d4. He played knight d3. And I played bishop a4. Now, there's only one move which keeps his advantage here, which was queen to a3. But it's a really hard fight. You can't blame him. It's a really, really hard fight. So he wasn't able to find that, and he plays rook c7, which just wins me the game. But I missed it again. But there's still equal. After knight b5, he plays queen c5, which is just winning. Now I don't know why did he play that, but yeah, just got a piece. And yeah, I went on to convert it pretty easily, I would say. There was one point. No, there was no point. He got the advantage back, and he blundered his rook after that. I don't know why. I mean, not rook, knight, and I just won the game. So I think my opponent didn't go wrong in the opening. I went wrong in the middle game, and after that, he just lost the game because of this pin. So yeah, these were my two of my games, which helped me get to 1143. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment down your favorite chess YouTuber's name, and make sure to subscribe my channel. I put a lot of effort in these videos, and like the video. This video's like aim, we'll keep it as 15. So hope so you enjoyed it. See you later in another video. Bye.